But for now, though, we do have some other surprises that we want to get to. And one of them is me. It's my turn. I get to tell a scary story here. So I'm going to go ahead and tell it. And, I don't have a lot of that fancy animatronics that you guys have, but I do have maybe some footage that we can look at. But I got to check my notes here. So I'm just going to scroll over to the right place, and I'm going to tell my scary story for you guys. So I did some research into the Freethought Library, which is the building that we're in right now. And I found out an interesting fact that has never been brought to light before, as far as I know. See, just a warning before we get started that the ACA is not responsible for any hauntings or other paranormal events that may occur as a result of watching this next segment, okay? It seems that the building I am now in was once the site of an extremist religious cult created in the early 1870s by a notorious trio of criminals and con artists named Bentley Jodovac, Otis Hirsch, and Elnora Patterson. See, they established a church on one of the many empty lots around Koning land, which is, and they named their cult Last Stand of the Savior. See, the group's ominous motto was Sanguis Innocentium Liberat Nos. See, they told their followers that the motto meant praise our Savior who shed his blood for us. But those a little more savvy with the Latin may realize that a better translation may turn out to be the blood of the innocent will set us free. This is because unknown to the parishioners, there was a secret rule of the cult. The membership could never go above 616 members. This is because the cult leaders believed that Satan was actually working in an undercover fashion with God, fortified by the fact that 666, as represented in the Bible, was supposedly the number of the beast. However, as an earlier translation of Revelation, found in Papyrus 115 showed, the number was mistranslated and should be 616, and they thought that sustaining this level would herald the triumphant return of Jesus and Satan, who would cooperatively create heaven on earth. To accomplish this, the cult leaders had a habit of bringing in new members, having them donate all their worldly possessions to the cult, and then in order of oldest to newest members would sacrifice members to stay at that membership level. They were able to convince their parishioners that Jesus had appeared to them and said that this is the ultimate sacrifice, akin to what he went through at the crucifixion, which would guarantee them into heaven. Now, not wanting the congregation to actually know how many people had been sacrificed, the trio had more senior members bury the victims in unmarked graves scattered all over the compound. When the library was built, many of these graves were found. However, it's reasonable to think that many of them went undiscovered. And we found some evidence of the departed spirits here in this library. Now, I'm going to show you some security camera footage that we found while researching this story for you, which seems to show the existence of some of the spirits of the deceased. And I warn you, some of it may be disturbing. So if you may want to turn away from the screen for a minute if you have a weak constitution or scare easily. See, maybe we can get the camera going here, but there we go. We have some footage here, as you can see. That's very confidential. So we're showing it to you now. Now, ever since that time, there's been a succession of individuals who have tried to keep up the tradition of the Sanguis order, with the last one being Dirk Brothel, one of the original members of the ACA. See, Dirk died under suspicious circumstances, and it was alleged that several former ACA hosts were the ones that did it in, and that may have been his ghost that you just saw on the screen there, and we're showing it to you there. He might be seeking his revenge. Now, we have some more footage of this. Normally, I wouldn't buy into any of this, but this morning we came across some startling evidence that Dirk Brothel's ghost may be, in fact, haunting this building. We checked the security cameras to see manifestations of it, and I was able to get our lawyers to approve showing this footage. See, here's him going through what appears to be straight through the picnic table. And this is right here at the Freethought Library compound. So I don't know what to make of this footage for you folks. The show's hosts always ask to see more footage, and I'm showing some of them here for you today. Here's a third one. I think it's right here in the Atheist Community Library. I think it's right here in the Freethought Library. That's where this footage is inside. And you can see Dirk there. He's he seems to be moving something there in the background. I'm not sure what he's doing. Is he? I think he's putting something. Oh, he might be placing something there in the library. Oh, this footage. I don't know if I had seen this one before. That's very interesting. Very interesting. I'm not sure what to make of it, but that's the end of that transition. Actually, we've got the Freethought Library. I mean, it's right here in front of us. I should go check out what's out there right now and see. Hold on 1 second, guys. I think we can check this out for ourselves. Luckily, I've got the wireless mic on me here. Oh my goodness. Let's see. See if I can get on this camera here. Oh, there we go. Hey, everybody. Let's see. Now, it looked like, according to the footage, it was just right around here. There's something back here. What is this? It says...
There's no ghosts here, are there?
Well, it says the ghost of Dirk Brothel bequeaths you 1 free item from the ACA online store. Wow, that's really amazing. Hey, I think you should take this for yourself. Maybe do something with that. I'm sure the ACA redeems...
It's not spooky, is it?
No, I mean, I don't know. You tell me. I mean, it came from a ghost, but hey, that's free stuff. You don't get free stuff every single day. Well, good.
I was not told there were ghosts here.
Well, this is a scary show today. That's kind of the whole premise. But yeah, good for you. You got something out of that. Give a round of applause for that, folks. Well, that's just amazing. I can't believe it. Oh my goodness. I got to sit back down here. That was a very scary situation. But it turned out really well for us because we got to give that gentleman in the audience there a free coupon for the ACA's online store. So. I guess they support capitalism in the afterlife. I don't know if that's their prerogative. I haven't really gotten there yet myself. But wow. So that's what I was able to find out about this location, and we'll have to do some more research. But wait a minute, something weird is happening. I think I'm feeling a sudden cold feeling that is coming out of the floor. Hold on, it's moving up my leg, and it feels like someone's trying to pull me down. I think it's the ghost of Dirk Brothel in the studio with me now. He's pulling my leg, just how I'm sort of pulling your leg right now. Just kidding, folks. I'm not Bob Ross or Rob Koss or whatever. I'm Objectively Dan, and I've been in costume this entire time. I fooled you guys. Can you believe it? I know.
How could you?
I said that horrible thing about how thick you are.
I know, and that was something. But you know what? I had to go undercover tonight to see what would happen. And this is it. This is me. Obviously, I know it's quite a shock. You guys didn't know, but the reason why we're doing some of these silly stories tonight is to actually prove a message and a point, which is everything that you just heard tonight, of course, was completely made up in every single possible respect. All of the stories were written by our crew members and, of course, performed by the hosts here. But we tell these stories to show that we're just having fun, but using good reason and using good skepticism can prevent you from believing in dangerous ideas, more dangerous than ghosts and more dangerous than goblins. There's a lot of people that have beliefs out there that I believe need to be challenged, and I think the other hosts of the show also believe need to be challenged. So we hope that in doing some fun stuff for you tonight, that you're able to see some of the flaws in some of these stories. And by the way, if you go back to the footage, I encourage you guys to figure out there's a hidden meaning behind all the names that we used here tonight. And in the comment section below, if any of you guys can figure out all of the meanings, we might be able to give you a special surprise as well. We'll see how that turns out. But yep, it's me. I'm actually not a painter. I'm just show host Objectively Dan. I'm really sorry about that.